everybody? It's your guy, Xavier Taylor, back another video of Talking Spaces. Today's topic is definitely about technology. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let alone, and what verse are we gonna be talking about technology, especially in the gaming industry, and like gaming industry wise, and just phones and computers, how they all operate now. It's just crazy. It's like when we look back, we only had like the whole, remember the Mac computer, the fat Mac computer. I mean, I might sound old saying it, but I'm not old, so most of y'all should know what that is. That are to my target audience. But remember how, like for instance, Cool Math Games, right? That was the game, just the whole game website in schools and crap. Heck, some kids play it at home, right? But mostly in school, that's what you play most of the time. Playing your Run 3, your pizza, food simulators, all that crap, right? Compared to now, it's like you got 3D games, and some of them are pixelated, but they're still 3D, so you get them all different realms of how they look, how long it takes. I noticed that more games are throwing in more add-ons than actual other types of content. To further in, after looking at all these things, all these spectacle things to make a certain character and a certain model, well, it takes technology. Certain programs you need that takes technology, or some people like a program is programmed by a programmer. 3 Ps, crazy, but it took another programmer to make these things even happen. Like, not the entire world is in ones and zeros and crap like that, but when it comes to tech and stuff, or like how certain models were made, or like my phone, or like a phone stand or something, like it didn't take, like for instance, it didn't take a lot of zeros and numbers, but they still needed some type of computer to know the right proportions of the material they need to make that product usable and not overbearing. Sometimes computers do mess up. It's not often, but there's times they do, right? Because they were still programmed. Technology. We didn't have all of this at all. I mean, like heck, if you go to the 80s, right? And they see these type of phones, they'd be like, what do I do on it? They will look at it like, what am I doing on it? What is Facebook? What's Instagram? What's Snapchat? What is Twitter? Like, these things were made for entertainment off of programmers that were able to program these softwares to a phone. And it's crazy how much it took. Like, it does take time and money, but it also took a lot of technology on top of it, even though we over here saying we're gonna have flying cars and Bible stuff like that concept of like, oh, we got flying cars and all this, yada yada yada. That's not gonna happen in the next 20-30 years. Maybe 60. Maybe sooner. Maybe later. No, not even sooner. Maybe later. Because I mean, they're already trying. Like, there's some companies that are trying to make flying cars, but they have wings, not like they're levitating and crap. There's some companies that have not animatronics, but exoskeletons. They're trying to replicate human movements. See, my problem about technology in the way that it can be extremely addicting. It can be very addicting, and when you get addicted, it's hard to like get off of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how most of this generation, most of now, even the modern day, they're surrounded by technology. If you go hide in the forest, then that's your best way. But other than that, if you go around cities, countrysides, almost farmland, it might not be like touchscreen technology, but radio back then was categorized as technology, which it is. So no matter where you went in the world, to be honest, majority of it is vastly made with technology. It is. It is. The ocean has stuff in it that's from us that we made that was out of technology. The skies, there's still satellites out in space as we're talking. So when I hear some people be like, technology is it's not completely everywhere. You're correct, but it's dang near entirely everywhere. There's some parts of the world that there is no technology. There's some parts of the world that is hidden from technology because it's either too hard or like too dangerous for humans to even graze through it. And then again, we try to send robotic droids and crap. We try to send robotic droids and crap to go see it. But I mean, you talk about technology, you look back to like the early 2000s. Right? It was like the iPod. I wasn't even mentioned yet when the iPod came out. Right? But let it bear real quick. The more and more you saw them make one thing, the others started doing the same. Samsung was starting to put out phones. Then Metro was trying to do the same thing. BlackBerry, and no one don't remember BlackBerry that much because they were already an old company. And so on and so forth. But by the times we're passing down the years of the mid to the early 2000s to the mid 2000s to now, we're not in the late 2000s yet. And there's still like a lot to improve, even so, because there's still malfunctions and everything. Like even your fridge technology, like I remember some guy told me, he was like, my fridge is not technology. Like, how is it? Like, yes it is. The light that's in there, that was made by a person that had to figure out the electricity voltage. The whole building structure has a smart temperature thing in it, like the thermostat, right? You can dilate how much colder you want it, like freeze, like it's a lot. But as I'm looking around, anywhere I go or anywhere I've been, it is impossible not to acknowledge that technology has evolved in so many ways that we don't even know. Hell, there's vapes out there that has a touch screen. What are we doing? What are we doing? But you get what I'm saying? It's everywhere. Even when you're walking, you run into it. But that was my take on technology, to be honest. It's just that it's one of those things you cannot escape. It's everywhere. It's only but a few places you can hide, and plus, they might end up being rounded up with a couple of things of technology somewhere. But that's just me. Thank you guys for tuning in this video. Hope you guys having a good day. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope you guys had a decent weekend. I'm not gonna say great because there's people that had worse and there's people that had good, but at least had a decent one. And keep moving forward. And I'll catch you on the next one. It's your boy.